first. I don't know what's going on, but there have been, I don't know if there's been some changes to the YouTube when it comes to being and going live. But when I schedule my live today, guys, listen, when I schedule my live today, I made sure that I crossed my T's and dotted my I's when it comes to me doing my I'm Pissed Saturdays. I don't know if everybody's sleep on August 1st, but usually there is some engagement when it comes to me doing my live streams here. So I am back. I'm going to make some adjustments really quick, and then we're going to get into the nitty gritty of what I like to talk about today. But I do welcome you to the channel once again. Thank you for coming to the channel. I appreciate you being here. What's up? It is Walt with the Just Listen podcast, and it is an I'm Pissed Saturday. Let me know how you're doing. And then, like I said, we're going to get into some things that I was just talking about just a few minutes ago. I was doing my live and I didn't really see an engagement. So give me some thumbs up. Let me know how you're doing. Let me know where you're from. Let me know what is going on in your side of town when it comes to just everything in life. How are you doing? Support the channel. Subscribe to the channel. Become a channel member. I am working on additional videos to take place, but thank you for being here today. I am humbled by all of my subscribers, all the people that have subscribed to my channel, all the people that have supported me. Thank you so much. And yes, I am a man that appreciates the engagement that I get from good people in this world that we live in. I am a good person. I am a good person. I know I am a good person. We have people out here that are not good, of course. So I do welcome you to the channel. Post in the comment section if you can hear me okay. I do have a couple of questions here that I want to do some, I want to the chats to engage and everything. But if you do provide a super chat donation, that is priority. That comes first in regards to what we do on this particular channel here. So I do appreciate you being here. It is August the 1st. My birthday is coming up this month. Guess how old I will be this month when my birthday comes. I want, post in the comment section. Let me know what you think, how old I am going to be, and I will give you the answer. I'm not one to shy away from telling the age that I am, which, I understand that back in the day, women did not give you their age. It was rude for a man, or it was rude for a person besides a kid, to ask a woman how old they were, supposedly. But I'm like, why does it matter? If you are 35, if you're 50, be proud of that. Be proud of the age that you are. But yeah, post in the comment section. Listen, I had my last live set up. I had it set it up last night, had the nice little thumbnail of, that piece of shit human being. I don't even know if he's a human being, Elon Musk. And, I got on the live on time because I like to be on time. I like my football coach back in the day said, if you're 5 minutes early, you're late. And so I had this nice thumbnail ready, and I got on there and I started rambling and talking, and I received like no engagement. Nobody was on the channel. So I was like, man, what is going on? What is going on? So I backed out, came into this one here. And yeah, I came into this one here. So I appreciate you being here. Give me thumbs ups. I do appreciate anyone who supports the channel. And thank you for being subscribers as well. I appreciate anyone who has subscribed to the channel. I definitely can. I like to thank people who are good people. I like to thank people who definitely care about humanity and cares about humanity. So I welcome you to this particular channel. And I see Black Kite OP says, "Let's go Chargers." You're a Chargers fan over there. Okay, I see you. I see you. Let's go Chargers. Hopefully Justin Herbert has a healthy season, and Lad McConkey, hopefully he can do better than he did last year, because he kind of fell off. But yeah, I pay attention. I love football. Listen, I am a football fanatic. I love watching the games. I love playing like the fantasy sports, like fantasy football. I'll play fantasy football. I'll play fantasy basketball. I'll do even the women's WNBA fantasy sports. And I also do the fantasy baseball too. So, I definitely love to enjoy my sports there. But let me know what fan you are. Let me know what fans we have over here. Who do you rock with? What is your team? What is your sport? Let me know what you have. But first, before you answer that question there, or first before you post that comment, Seahawks on top. I feel that. I got a good friend that lives in Olympia. My birthday's coming up this month. My birthday's coming up this month, and I want you to post in the comments how old you think I'm going to be. Post in the comment section, how old do you think I'm going to be? And then, like I said, on my channel here, I talk politics. And I'll tell you this, I'm not a Trump fan, okay? If you are a Trump fan, if you love what Trump is doing, you can get off the channel. And then also, if you want to talk some shit, we just say over here, the good people that care about humanity tells that chatter, quiet piggy, because that's what we're about over here on this channel. Black Kite 34, okay. Tom Moran, thank you. Yeah, my birthday is actually going to be the 27th of this month. 34, I got 34, how old I'm going to be this month. Black Kite, okay. I got Black Kite. Black Kite said I was going to be 34 this month. Guess the age that I will be this month. Guess how old I'm going to be this month. My birthday is going to be this month here. Let me know how old you think I'm going to be. Post in the comment section, how old do you think I'm going to be? I'm gonna give about a minute or two for everybody to, whoever wants to chat, whoever wants to communicate, to post in the comment section how old you think I'm going to be this month. I am celebrating another year on this side of the grass. Another year. And I thank God that I am going to be celebrating, of course, with my family. Dylan Productions, 38. Okay, 30. I got 34. I got 38. Brenda Jasper, 28. Okay, we're going down here. Just don't say I'm going to be 17, because I wouldn't have this channel at 17, the stuff that I talk about. But how old do you think I'm going to be? I'm going to give another 2 minutes here. But also, if you haven't liked the channel yet, go ahead and like the channel and let me know if I am loud. I do have my microphone over here, and I don't want to be projecting and blasting off on your speakers if I'm loud here. So, yeah. And also, I do have my ceiling fan on. I know you can see that here. Dylan Production. Okay, 40. Okay, 40. I know you can see the ceiling fan silhouette here from my football jersey here. If that's a bother as well, you can. I will turn off my ceiling fan, but it's hot in Florida, baby. It's hot. It's hot. It's already 90 degrees over here in Florida. So it's not even noon and it's 90 degrees. Okay, Katrina, 36. What's up, Katrina? 43. So you gave me 2 here. 36 and 43. All right, I'm going to give 1 more minute, and then I am going to tell how old I'm going to be this 27th of this month here. 1 more. Somebody else throw in another one. 43. Okay. All right. Well, I will be the lovely age of 45. 45. Greetings from Dunedin. Is it Dunedin or Dunedin? I always jacked it up. Listen, for all my Floridians, I love you guys. We it's time for change here in Florida. And I'm saying that specifically because we have been getting ripped apart in regards to the economy. So, hey, Katrina, you're 67. Okay, there you go. That's what's up. 67 and young. That's what I say. 67 and young. I will be 45. So yes, I am a pup to you, Katrina. But yes, I pray to get there one day to be 67. You've seen all walks of life basically being 67. So I do appreciate you being on the channel. Dunedin. Okay. Dunedin. I got it. Appreciate it. Go Jags. That's what's up. Go Jags, baby. Go Jags. Listen, guys, I just want to say this. Last week, if you weren't on the live last week, I started talking about the 4 soldiers that lost their lives, the youngest being 19 years of age. And it really got me emotional because, I have a 22-year-old son and I have a 9-year-old son. And just thinking about how young this young lady was that died, it just hurt me. It hurts me what's going on in our country. It hurts me what's going on in our world. So I did get emotional. I did shed some tears and everything because this young girl who was serving our country lost her life in this senseless war, this illegal war, the war that Congress did not pass. And, my son is only 3 years older than she is. My oldest son is 22 and she's 19. We, unfortunately have Dylan Production. What's up, Jacksonville? All right, Jax. Yeah. But anyways, this young lady, as well as our troops that have lost their lives, there's been 18 troops who have died because of this illegal war that's taking place here. So shout out to all my Floridians too. I'm in Florida as well. Shout out to my Floridians. I do appreciate you guys being on here. We do got some stuff to talk about. And the first thing that I want to talk about that I was actually just ranting on in regards to Byron Donalds. I don't know about you guys here in Florida, but I fucking hate that dude. I can't stand that dude. Byron Donalds is a disgrace. He's a disgrace to the black community, and he's a disgrace to Floridians here. These weak ass commercials that's been coming out with Byron Donalds on the basketball court with his three boys. Man, I feel bad for his boys. He's got to live in a household with a Republican who gave Donald Trump an A in regards to the economy and things that are taking place in our country here, and especially in Florida. If you know, the people that are in Florida here, Dunedin, Jacksonville, Tampa, Orlando, Pensacola, all we see what is going on when it comes to our gas prices here. Here where I'm at, I'm in Jacksonville as well. Here where I'm at, the diesel gas prices, we got to pay attention to the diesel. Okay, we have to pay attention to the diesel prices. The highest I've seen diesel prices is $5.39 here in Jacksonville. It's been ranging between $5.19, $5.29, and $5.39 here. We have to pay attention to that. But Byron Donalds has this weak ass commercial, and in this commercial, he's talking about affordability, housing affordability, affordability from inflation, bringing down lower gas prices, bringing down lower prices, and things and so forth. This is the dude that is part of the Epstein class protection. And what I mean by the Epstein class protection is Donald Trump has been is in the Epstein files that hasn't been fully released. When they did the unredactions, they unredacted all the victims, and they redacted Donald Trump and other individuals. This is what is taking place here. I am in the northern area of Jacksonville. So I'm and I travel quite a bit. So I'm all over Jacksonville when it comes to it. But Byron Donalds, listen, guys, listen. Ron DeSantis is terrible. Okay. I don't care who supports Ron DeSantis. Ron DeSantis, the racist that he is, Ron DeSantis is a very terrible individual. And of course, he's a Republican as well. Byron Donalds is a terrible individual. This is the man who said that Jim Crow, back in the Jim Crow days, back in the Jim Crow era, black people, the black family was better back in the Jim Crow days. Yet Byron Donalds is married interracially. He has a white wife. Back in the Jim Crow days, Byron Donalds would not have the wife that he has. Back in the Jim Crow days, Byron Donalds would be another victim to a tree. And he has the nerve to say, excuse me, he has the nerve to say that back in the Jim Crow days, the black family was better and stronger. I beg to differ. The black family, in regards to the man being in the household, my wife and I have been married for almost 17 years. I have a black wife. I don't care who you marry, but you shouldn't lose your dignity. You shouldn't lose where you came from when it comes to what we're dealing with in modern time, in current time frames, when we're dealing with the racism, and you have a raccoon like Byron Donalds that supports Donald Trump and gives Donald Trump an A for the economy, an A for all these illegal attacks in Iran, an A in regards to the inflation that is continuing to increase here in Florida, as well as around the United States, and also causing issues with our allies. You have a dude in Byron Donalds that has those Trump knee pads, if you can catch my drift, those Trump knee pads that he will support and do anything in regards to what Trump would want him to do. Just like Ron DeSantis. Ron DeSantis, the piece of shit that he is, who is trying to remove black history, black books in public schools and in schools altogether, who is trying to strip away resources from the public schools, financing from the public schools, and diverting it to private schools. That's the same Republican Party that Donald Trump and Byron Donalds and Ron DeSantis has been doing in regards to the American people, and also my Floridians, my brothers and sisters here in Florida, where you have that construction. And I got my little list here. Okay. I like to take notes in these lives because, I can go off in a tangent. I can be rambling and things like I'm doing now, but I am going to be hitting on some things that we need to be paying attention to when it comes to where we are here in America. In Florida, regular gas, $3.79 over where I'm at. Drive down further, it's $4.19, regular unleaded gas. And I get mid-grade. Let me know in the area that you're in, whatever state you're in, and my Floridians here from Dunedin, Jacksonville, let me know in the area that you're in, how much is unleaded gas, regular unleaded gas. Post in the comment section how much gas is where you're at, because I can tell you this. When I travel to and from work, because I work home, people that are working remotely don't have to really pay attention to the gas prices. Well, they do. You do have to pay attention to gas prices if you work remotely, because people that are driving to and from work are spending more money on the gas that they have. They have to put gas in their vehicle to get to and from work. Detroit, what up? Pennsylvania, $4.15 for unleaded gas. Now, listen, if you have a newer model vehicle, you pop open your gas tank thing and it says premium gas only, super gas only. How much are you paying then? My wife and I, in both our vehicles, we had to put premium gas in our vehicles, and we put the premium gas in there because unleaded gas, sometimes it's not always as clean, right? So we had to put premium in there. We've been putting premium gas in our vehicles since we've had them, basically. And the premium gas, for me to get premium gas, is $4.39. Listen, guys. I come to you $4.75. Man, see, this happened. Gas shot up like 50%. Fuel shot up 50%. Diesel shot up like 50%. Starting in February, thanks to who? The party that Byron Donald says that gives Donald Trump an A. But let me go back here really quick. Give me a second. I'm gonna read a few comments. But listen, guys, if you want to donate to the channel, hey, this is a poor man's bag right here. You can super chat, super thanks. I definitely appreciate it. And I'm very humble. If you have it to give, I'll be happy to receive. Ron DeSantis did not bring Black Americans in his cabinet except one, and she is well known hater and troublemaker for the Black community. I'm gonna respond to that here momentarily. I want to read another chat here. Katrina 1. I'm in Alberta, Canada. Elbows up, baby. Shout out to Canada. Mark Carney. We're gonna talk a little bit about Canada here in a moment, but and it's $1.59 per liter, which is $6 a gallon. Wow. Now, how much was it, Katrina? How much was the gas? Let's say back in February. Do you recall how much your liters were back in February, and what it equates to now? Because what Donald Trump has done has not only affected the United States, it has affected other countries globally. People have been affected by what Donald Trump has done with his illegitimate administration. Pete Kegsbreath. What Donald Trump has done, as Donald Trump has caused issues for not just the United States, but the entire world. And our allies, listen, our allies, they despise Donald Trump. I can tell you this. The only allies that Donald Trump has may be the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom, and maybe, well, definitely he is admired by the genocidal Bibi Netanyahu. And he's admired by Javier Milei of Argentina, because we fund them. We give them money. We give them money. That's the reason why that he has some allies within the global aspect. But yeah, Ron DeSantis, let me go back onto Ron DeSantis. Back in 2024, there was a racially motivated shooting here in Jacksonville at a Dollar General. White man went into a Dollar General and tried to unalive and killed 4 black people who were shopping at the Dollar General. This was a hate crime. When Ron DeSantis came to Jacksonville, my sister Angie Nixon called him out because Ron DeSantis and the Republican Party have been divisive in regards to black and brown people, black Americans, black people who reside in the state of Florida. Ron DeSantis has not been out. He has not taken care of Floridians as a whole. And that's why you've seen that he was okay with Alligator Alcatraz to be built up in the Everglades. And he went and did a little publicity stunt with, I think it was Fox News or some shit like that, where he was so excited about how these supposed illegal immigrants were going to be captured and put in Alligator Alcatraz. Ron DeSantis is a piece of shit, and so is Byron Donalds. Byron Donalds' weak-ass commercial is nothing but a lie. The Trump administration has continuously lied to the American people over and over and over again. And I am here to call it out because that is my job to do as a human being, as a husband, as a black man, as a father, as a son, as a person who cares about my neighbor, as a person that looks at another person that doesn't look like me and still gives them respect if they are a good person. Because that is what we're supposed to do, is we're supposed to love everybody. However, this particular administration, not only do they lie, and the Republican Party, not only do they lie, they are divisive and they want people to hate other people's color. Black Americans have always had to have the backs of every single dynamic when it comes to people of color. Yet Black Americans have been sounding the alarm. And I don't want anybody to take offense to this. I do not want anybody to take offense to this that is not a Black American or is not black and has been advocating for justice for Nolan Wells, has been advocating for us to all have equality, whether you're a gay person, whether you're a lesbian, whether it doesn't matter what kind of community you come from if you're a minority. Black Americans have always tried to fight and stand up and speak out against the atrocities of the hateful, bigoted things that Republican Party does. We are in a class fight with the rich, the top 1%. And now there are 50% of Americans. Taco Velez, everybody say hello to Taco Velez. That's my buddy there. What's up, Taco? Thank you, brother, for joining. I appreciate you. He's one of my moderators. 50% of Americans are living in poverty now because of Donald Trump. 50% of Americans, almost half of Americans, cannot afford to feed their families and pay their bills all at the same time. All at the same time. Mo Power is thinking, listen, guys, look, everybody at Mo Power and say Quiet Piggy. Say Quiet Piggy. Do you think, here's a question, guys, post in the comments section here. Do you think Donald Trump, when that time frame comes for the Grim Reaper, do you think he's going to heaven? If you believe in heaven and hell, do you think Donald Trump is going into heaven? Do you think that Donald Trump is going into heaven? Yeah, that's right, Taco. That's right. Thank you, Stephen Cherry. Quiet Piggy. Taco, yeah, straight up. Hey, Taco, listen. Put Mo Power in the timeout, please, if you don't mind. Anyways, let's join on to this here. Now, I will respond to some chats, But like I said, if you provide a $1 donation, I don't care if it's 50-cent donation, whatever that donation amount is, I will read your chat there. So I do appreciate anyone that is supporting here. Now, as I was saying about Byron Donalds, who remember that time frame when they were trying to oust Kevin McCarthy, and he went up there and he was saying, this is what Matt Gaetz, the PDFer, Matt Gaetz was trying to oust Kevin McCarthy, and Byron Donalds went over there and he voted. He said, McCarthy. And he turned around thinking he did something all positive and big. And the white man, one of the other white congressmen, tapped him on the back of the head like, that's a good boy. That's what Byron Donalds will be as governor here. Byron Donalds will be that good boy for Donald Trump. Byron Donalds will be the person that Donald Trump will say jump, and he will say, I'm gonna jump the highest that I can. Because Byron Donalds is a raccoon. Byron Donalds is the person that will do anything for the corporations and do anything that he can to add additional AI data centers here, more than what Ron DeSantis has been doing and has done for the state of Florida. My energy bill. My wife told me that our energy bill, and I know it's hot here. I know we got to have the air conditioner on and all this stuff. I know we have to have those things, but we were on vacation for a week and we weren't even in our house. And I set the temperature at 78 degrees in the house so the air conditioner don't have to come on all the time. She said we received a $400 bill from last month. $400 that we are paying for our electric bill. And you know why? Because we have AI data centers here in Florida as well that are sucking up resources and using more energy. And we know that any of these AI data centers that are being built, we know that they're not adding additional jobs. This is not a job creation that is keeping employees working there like a warehouse or a factory would have employees working there. We know that these AI data centers, that when they are built, you don't have to have the thousands of employees working at these AI data centers. And the reason why I say that is if you look that people are losing their jobs because of AI, like in the tech industry. Hell, even in customer service, people are losing their jobs in AI. I work for a health insurance company, and people have lost their jobs, and they're trying to incorporate in our training more and more AI stuff. So people are losing their jobs because of this artificial intelligence. And, all the tech bros who are trying to get these government contracts to add more AI data centers to Utah and Texas and Tennessee, all these people, all these nerds, let me just say it. Hey, I'm a little bit of a nerd too, but all these nerds are they're stripping away resources because they don't have to pay 100,000 employees. That's why you see that employees are losing their jobs at Meta and losing their jobs at Google, because they are starting to incorporate these artificial intelligent data centers and programs to where they don't need the employees like they used to. Yes, Mark Zuckerberg and probably more than likely Jeff Bezos, all these tech bros, the guy from Google, all these tech bros, what they're going to do is they are going to incorporate these AI data centers, incorporate artificial intelligence so they can make more money for themselves and not pay the people that are working and doing the best that they can to make sure that our data is safe, to make sure that we are protected from these artificial intelligence data centers that are being built up. They don't care. They don't care. A few weeks ago, when I was doing my live, I also posted this in one of my videos. Check it out. But in Utah, the people that live in Lake Tahoe, the electric company said that they're going to have to get their electricity resources from somewhere else. Moist Critical talked about this. From somewhere else. They're going to have to get their electricity from somewhere else, which, when you privatize companies now, like, you got the grid in Texas. These companies that are privatized will be like, yeah, you can get your electricity from here, but guess what? We're gonna charge you for using our electricity 2 times higher than what you were paying previously. We are removing ourselves from renewable energy to doing It's not even renewable energy that we're getting. Donald Trump talking about, oh, the wind turbines are killing all these birds, and we don't need that. We need to go by coal, baby. We need coal and all this kind of stuff. And you see that what's happening out here is getting hotter. You know, France had to do a alcohol ban because it's so hot there in France, because we have men are going to destroy humanity, which they've been doing for a long time. It has been getting hot. Like it's hot today. The real feel today is going to be 110 degrees here in Florida, here where I'm at, 110 degrees outside. You know, when it's a humid hot, your clothes stick to you. You're uncomfortable. You don't like the way you feel, and you want to go back inside. And you want to go back inside into the air conditioner that you have to have on because it's so hot outside. But like I said, I am going to try to stay on task today. Stephen Cherry, yes, they are going to replace people's jobs. They're already doing it. There wasn't any jobs added last year. And the reports that we continue to get, because we know that this administration is going to freaking lie to us. This administration is fucking lying to us. They're not telling the truth when it comes to how many jobs have been added. They're not telling the truth on how many jobs have been lost. They're not telling the truth on the unemployment percentage, because some people that are not working right now they're not even getting unemployment, for one, because, you know, Republican governors don't want to give anybody unemployment benefits. And if they do give them unemployment benefits, you have to go through so many different loopholes to try to even get it, or their systems are jacked up. I've been on unemployment here in Florida before, and I can tell you this, it is the worst. It is the worst unemployment program for a state that is rich. Florida is a rich state. We have Disney here in Florida, but we have so many poor people here in the state of Florida. And we have a Republican governor who is a fucking piece of shit here with Ron DeSantis. And if we vote in Byron Donalds, he's going to be just as worse as Ron DeSantis, but in a different color of skin. The unemployment system here is terrible here in the state of Florida. And you know what it is too? Florida, even though we don't pay any taxes here because they throw that into our property taxes, right? Here in the state of Florida, we have one of the lowest payouts in regards to unemployment here in the state of Florida. In the state of Florida, people that are needing assistance from the state, who the governor controls and his people in Congress control, we have one of the lowest payouts in regards to somebody needing to continue to have money to pay their bills because they lost their job to AI. Because they lost their job, because you have these greedy ass corporations, these privatized corporations. You have these greedy ass privatized corporations who are saying, you know what, we didn't make a profit enough, so we're going to have to fire another 100 employees. And that is because people don't like socialism, right? Donald Trump, communism, they say it's communism and socialism, but you see that Donald Trump is trying to give money to Saudi Arabia because of the fucking bombs that Iran has been shooting over at Saudi Arabia. Mohammed bin Salman has requested to be refunded in reparations of our tax dollars here in America to build their infrastructure. The government does want us to go down, Katrina. Canada was, then Carney solved that piece of shit. You know, I have respect for Mark Carney. And who's the other guy who, and you know, listen, I understand that, you know, I don't know all about the Canadian politics and everything, elbows up once again, but one thing that I can respect with Mark Carney is Mark Carney is not going to capitulate to Donald Trump. And so, you know, and you guys are not capitulating to Donald Trump, because you remember Donald Trump wanted to make Canada the 51st state, just like he wanted to make Mexico and Greenland and Denmark and you know, take over the Panama Canal. Mark Carney, and at least you guys know the assignment in regards to saying, you know what, Donald Trump is threatening Canada. Fuck him. I'm not getting any whiskey. I'm not getting any bourbon from Kentucky. No, not Trudeau. Not Trudeau. He's I think he's head of you guys's, or I think he's like a prime minister there in Canada, where he can, you know, I don't know what his name is. He's got white hair. He's been on the Midas Touch a few times. I forgot his name though. Anyways, um, let me go on to this here, because I do have some information, and if you are here, subscribe to the channel, give me some thumbs ups, any super chats or super thanks, I definitely appreciate it. But here's a question for you guys. um, should we invite MAGA back after they regret their vote? You know, there's been a trend of people who are fucking MAGA nuts. You know, the guy who he used to wear his MAGA hat over in Disney because he's in Florida. I don't know where these people come from. They come from the bottomless pit of the earth, and he wears his MAGA hat over in Disney and everything, and he calls himself a Christian. And he's over there, you know, he posts on TikTok his MAGA hat and all this bullshit. And you know, you see them coming out on TikTok crying or saying that they're leaving MAGA. You know, they'll be on Facebook saying that Donald Trump has failed them, and you know, he's not doing anything that he said he's going to do besides doing the illegal crime of snatching up innocent individuals, women and children and men, innocent men who are Spanish, Hispanic, Latino, Latina. Yeah, yeah. So they're on their platforms crying and everything, wanting sympathy. I don't give you fucking sympathy. But let me ask you guys this question. Yeah, exactly. Trump did say he wanted to get rid of Puerto Rico. Yeah, and that piece of shit, what's his name? Tony Hinchcliffe was talking about at one of those Nazi rallies, how Puerto Rico is dirty. I love my Puerto Rican brothers and sisters. Some of the people that I work with are Puerto Rican. So I don't give a damn what anybody say. Fuck Donald Trump and fuck this Republican Party. You can hate it or love it. I don't care. But let me know this, guys. Let me know this. Do you or will you accept somebody who voted for Donald Trump not once, not twice, but 3 times? Would you accept them back in your circle? Are you feeling sorry for these individuals who are coming on Facebook, YouTube, TikTok? Will you accept them back in your circle? I will not. I'm going to give you my answer, and I'm going to give you the reason why. But will you accept MAGA back in your circle? I'm going to give a moment or so for people to comment on will they accept MAGA back in the circle. Should we accept MAGA in to our good graces? Should we say, oh, you know what? Slap on the wrist. Stephen Cherry. The Republican Party is afraid, period. The Republican Party, if you look at them, they're not diverse. The Republican Party is afraid of diversity because they hate black and brown people so much. They hate people of color so much. They'll want their vote, right? They'll get their vote, they'll accept their vote, but then turn around and they will go ahead and try to deport them. That's why you see that the Venezuelans and Cubans and Colombians and El Salvadorians and Ecuadorians are pissed off because here in Miami and here in Florida, as in general, Texas, California, and all these areas where you have a more diverse, state. Donald Trump is in the water with every demographic. Donald Trump is in the water with the Hispanic community, but these motherfuckers decided to vote for Trump when black people were saying, pay attention to Project 2025. Donald Trump is not going to get just the criminals. He's going to get your innocent grandmother who has been here for 25, 30 years in the United States. He's going to get your innocent grandmother and he's going to deport her because she's undocumented. He's going to get your Haitian cousin who is doing a great job at the factory that he or she is working in. And he's going to get you, and he's going to remove the temporary protection status for Haitians here in America. Yet you, as a Haitian, being a U.S. citizen, and you voted for Donald Trump because you thought he was going to bring the economy back. That's what the fuck that you did to your cousin. So I will not accept any MAGA, just like Coach D says. We can't hate these people enough. And I know hate is a strong word. I know hate is a very strong word, but we can't hate these people enough for what they did to voting for Donald Trump, especially those 3-time voters, especially those farmers, especially those the woman, the white woman who decided to vote for Donald Trump again, thinking that the 2020 election was stolen and that the economy was so bad that they're going to vote for Donald Trump because the Democrats were bad because of the economy. Exactly. MAGA said some hateful lies, some nasty lies about Haitians. What you remember when Donald Trump was at the little debate with Kamala Harris, and he said they're eating the cats, they're eating the dogs. That's what I heard. They're eating the cats and they're eating the dogs in Ohio. You had hateful, bigoted, piece of shit people who vote for Donald Trump that was giving Haitians issues in Ohio. Yet these Haitians that were working and good citizens in Ohio that was helping out with boosting Ohio's economy, these motherfuckers were threatening people in Ohio. They had to shut down a school. They had to shut down a school in Ohio because of threats, because of what Donald Trump said. He didn't have any evidential proof of that. He had no kind of proof. And you know what the internet does? The internet tries to build and make up shit that was a fucking lie, that Haitians were eating dogs and cats over in Ohio. It's a fucking lie. Nobody has been arrested from Ohio that was cooking up a dog, that was cooking up Fido. Nobody in Ohio was cooking up any cats because it was a fucking lie. And now what has happened? Ohio needing these workers. You had the manager of one of the warehouses saying that, you know, these people, the Haitians come in that came here to Ohio to try to find a better life. They come in here, they work hard. If they need to work overtime, they're working overtime, because we have the white people that live here that can't even pass a drug test or doesn't want to work 10-hour shifts. But yeah, Donald Trump, Byron Donalds, the Republican Party are the pedophile protecting class. Donald Trump is in the Epstein files. Release the Epstein files, Todd Blanche. We know that Todd Blanche is going to be confirmed because the Republican Party does not care about women being violated, and they do not give a damn about fucking children. They don't give a damn about that. They will do everything that they can to protect Donald Trump. The biggest criminal, in my opinion. Donald Trump is the biggest criminal. The biggest criminal as the president. And the Republican Party, they allow that and they placate to that. So again, I asked this question. Chess 69200. Everybody at Chess 69200. Say quiet, piggy. Quiet, piggy. Matter of fact, listen, I'm not going to have these piece of shit people on here. I just get rid of them because they're dishonest and they don't care. You know what the problem is with MAGA too? Is MAGA will continue to move the goalpost. First, they wanted the Epstein files to be released. When they found out that Donald Trump was all over the Epstein files, Elon Musk was in the Epstein files, Howard Lutnick was in the Epstein files. What's the other dude? You had a Sultan in the Epstein files. Now they don't want to talk about it. Now they're like, well, he was Donald Trump had reported Jeffrey Epstein to the CIA. He was an operative. That's a fucking lie. And the truth ain't in you. Anybody that is saying now that, oh, well, we're going to get past the Epstein files, just like Charlie Kirk said, hey, may you rest in hell, Charlie Kirk. Oh, we're just going to move past that. I'm going to trust the government to take care of it and handle it. We're going to move past that. No, we're not moving past that. We're not moving past that women were violated when they were younger, that they have to carry that pain to this day. And you know, the Republican Party, they don't care. They do not care. They want to continue to have the power. That's what they want. So if you have children, listen, if you have daughters, you have sons, and you see a person in a MAGA hat, I say this all the time, hold your children tight. I wouldn't even, don't even let them hang around your uncle or even your father or mother if they're a MAGA supporter. If you care about humanity, if you care about women, if you care about how women were violated when they were younger, that carry those scars today, you would not. And, you know, you do what you do. I don't care. You know, I don't live your life. But I wouldn't have my kids around anybody who is still a MAGA supporter. Because y'all, the MAGA people continue to move the goalposts. They move the goalposts on everything. Everything. Gas is shot up 50% from February of 2026. And they will say, well, it's not as bad as what Biden had it. When we know the reason why gas shot up under Biden. Yet they don't pay attention to that. First and foremost, they complain about Biden in regards to gas shooting up and inflation shooting up, but they are mute now. They don't fucking say anything about how high gas is. But the ones that are actually starting to say something are the ones that are slowly realizing that Donald Trump is the reason why they are struggling financially, is the reason why that they go buy beef or whatever it is, and it is too expensive. Donald Trump is the reason why this Trump administration, with Kevin Hassett lying straight on TV, saying that we just have to give it a little bit more time and things are going to get better. I did a video, guys. Check out my video. Donald Trump's 12 biggest failures, 12 biggest promises that he promised the American people what he was going to do. He was going to do when he became president. These were his campaign promises. Look at that. Check out that video, because this is what he campaigned on. And, you know, me as a man, if I tell my wife that I'm going to do something, damn it, I'm going to do it. If I tell my son that I'm going to do something, I try to say, you know what? I need to be a man of my word. Donald Trump is not a good human. He is not a good man. But again, we have MAGA who will continue moving the goalposts for him, despite the fact that they are fucking suffering. I got some information for you here. Americans, listen, you can look this up too. If you want to try to fact check me, go ahead and look this up, because I do my Google searches. I do my research. You know, MAGA doesn't really do research. They just go off of misinformation and lies from watching Fox News all the time. Since Donald Trump has started this illegal war, Americans have spent $40 billion more on gas since the war began. Make that make sense, MAGA. Make it make sense, MAGA. We in America, and you know, you got to think about other countries too. Excuse me. You have to think about other countries and how much they spent because of Donald Trump. Donald Trump is not popular anywhere. That's why you saw that he was getting booed the fuck everywhere he's gone. Anytime he's been in the public eye, where he's going to go watch a football game or watch a basketball game or go to FIFA and hand over the World Cup, he has been booed to oblivion. But MAGA say, no, they're just cheering for Donald Trump. They love him so much. They're cheering for him. They're cheering for Trump. No, that is not the truth. People can't stand Trump. People hate Trump. And I'm one of those people. So here's some more information for you guys. Since, you know, of course, MAGA, they don't give a damn, even though they are starting to cry now. I will not accept MAGA in. I don't care if you're sobbing and crying, just like my guy Philip Talk says, FAFO. And he don't even say Trump. He says rump. Hey, Donald Rump. Listen, Americans who have savings accounts, right? So there was a study done. Americans have $9,000 in savings. Guess what? That has been reduced now. Americans have had they spent $5,000. So is that a net positive for your savings account or a net negative? If you have $9,000 in your savings account and now you only have $5,000 because of what's taking place with Donald Trump's Liberation Day tariffs, you are losing money. We are losing money here in America. The consumer sentiment is very bad here, except for the ones that are spending their money are the rich folks, the six-figure earners, the ones that are making millions of dollars, the seven-figure earners are they're spending their money to make it look like we are actually doing good. And the GDP continues to shrink. The gross domestic product is continuing to shrink. Consumer sentiment is down, but you'll see or hear on like the Fox Finance or whatever, you'll say, oh, well, people are spending more money. People are spending more money. You know why they're spending more money? Because inflation, because of the cost of things, people are spending more money. And they don't have their savings account as being depleted specifically. You know, we have billionaires in corporations, guys. Listen, I am not like Candace Owens. I am not this conspiracy theorist that don't provide any kind of information in regards to the conspiracy theory. Fuck Candace Owens. But, excuse me. You know, drinking water makes you burp sometimes. I'm only human. But I honestly believe that we have these corporations that give donations to Donald Trump and the Trump administration. I honestly feel and believe that these corporations is trying to make it look like the economy is doing great when we know when we walk out and we have to go put gas in our vehicle that it's not doing great. I honestly believe that they are padding the numbers to make it seem like America is okay. When we have the highest foreclosures in the state of Florida. Florida has the highest housing foreclosures since Donald Trump got into office. The highest foreclosures in Florida. You can look that up if you don't believe me. But back to the question here, and then I'm going to continue to move on this. David, Obama 2028, baby. Woo, I'll take it. I don't care what anybody say. Obama was a man with class. Obama had respect from everyone. Obama has respect from everyone. And that's why Trump hates him so much. Obama lives rent-free in Trump's little puny head. Trump can't stop thinking about Obama because Obama was a great president. And that's why Donald Trump has tried to strip away anything that Joe Biden and Barack Obama put in place, and people are getting fucked over. All right, so should we accept MAGA back into our graces? Should we accept them? The 1, 2, 3-time voters. Should we accept them? I don't appreciate that nonsense. Bye, Jacqueline Henry, piece of shit. I'm not accepting MAGA in, and that's why, you know, I'm just not gonna have patience for MAGA. Because if you come in here spouting out nonsense, I'm just gonna kick you. I'm just gonna kick you. Because you know what? If I care about people, so the reason why I do this, the reason why I take out time of my life to present this stuff to you guys is because I love connecting with good people. I love connecting with people that care about humanity. I don't care where you come from. I don't care what country you come from. If you care about people and you care about the lives of people, then you're at the right place. Taco, straight up. Listen, people are upset and mad. Trump is so mad because he can't stop talking about it. He can't stop talking about it. He can't get off of Biden's nuts and Obama's nuts. Neither can this administration. I heard that whenever they had their little Nazi roundtable, that they were talking about Obama, and they were talking about Biden. I'm like, what the hell is going on? They need to get over that shit and focus on the American people. Sid life. What's going on? What's going on? All right, got to get rid of the spammers. You know, you got the spammers on here. So be careful, guys. Be careful. Anything that you're doing financially, be careful with the spammers, okay? Because they're out here. Because you know why? Donald Trump had removed a particular spamming ban that Barack Obama had put into place in 2017. You can look this up. So now you have spammers out here continue to spam. Good to see you as well, Sid Life. Good to see you as well. So you have those spammers out here. So be careful because they're trying to rob us not only within the government, but they're trying to rob us with allowing for spammers to come in, call you, send you spam emails and all this kind of stuff. So be very careful. Can anybody tell me where Mitch McConnell is? Where's Mitch McConnell? You know that Mitch McConnell has been out on medical leave than women who are pregnant and are going to deliver their baby have in maternity leave. Mitch McConnell has had more medical leave than women get in regards to them bringing a baby into this world. Maternity leave. We're paying the state of Kentucky, his constituents, me, you, if you live in America, are paying for Mitch McConnell's medical leave. We have not seen anything from this man besides those fake ass pictures. We haven't heard anything. We haven't seen any live videos of Mitch McConnell if he's in rehab and recovery. Yeah, Obama, man. Hey, I'm gonna go. You know, I got family in Chicago. We're gonna have to go up and visit and go to the museum and everything. Much respect. Much respect to Obama. Trump hates Obama because he ain't Obama. Obama has never cheated on his wife that I know of, right? Obama doesn't have multiple baby mamas. Obama did not bankrupt 6 businesses. Donald Trump hates that man. And the Republican Party do not like Barack Obama either, because Barack Obama is a handsome man who had charisma and had a lot of respect from everybody. I honestly believe that Mitch McConnell is gone. Do you guys? And do you know that his Mitch McConnell's assistants or whatever, these people are making 6-figure salaries. Mitch McConnell's assistants are making $100 plus $200,000, and they're lying. I hope that justice will come, guys. Trust me, justice will come. But Mitch McConnell is not here. He's down there burning up with Lindsey Graham. He's down there burning up with Charlie Kirk. You know, we are living in such an upside down time frame. We are. It is crazy how people who are deep in the cult will lose their health insurance and still give Donald Trump praise, saying that, oh, you know, it's not his fault. It's Biden's fault. It's not his fault. It's Obama's fault. Fuck that. It's Donald Trump's fault. Do you know how many times prescription costs have increased for American citizens since Donald Trump got in office? I work in health insurance, right? Prescription costs increased 3 times in 2025, and it increased once in 2026, all because of Donald Trump. All because of Donald Trump hated the Obamacare so much And he lies about, oh, prescription drug prices have decreased by 200, 300, 500, 600%, which is a fucking lie. He is lying. I am at front looking at this stuff, and the prescription increases or the deductible change where you can't get metformin because metformin costs thousands of dollars and you haven't met your deductible yet. So now you have to pay $1,000 before the health insurance provider provides any kind of co-insurance. I did a video on that as well. About medical insurance now. Listen, premiums have increased for Americans. Prescription prices have increased for Americans, and Americans are losing their health insurance because they can't afford it. If you have a household of 3, listen, I'm paying for, my wife and I are paying like $500 a month for a household of 3 working in health insurance. Health should be free here. I am for Medicare for all. We don't mind funding It's Not Real and paying for their health insurance, right? We send Israel, and I'm going to say it, and if I get deemed for it, I don't give a fuck because I'm telling the truth on my channel. We're paying for Israel to have free healthcare. We're paying for Israel, It's Not Real, for them to say, you know what, if a woman wants to do whatever they want to do with their body, they have the right to do so. Where we have here in the United States, supposed to be the land of the free and the home of the brave, where you have Texas using flock cameras to track a woman who went out of state to get to have the freedom to do what she wants to do with her fucking body. Make that make sense. In America, we are being surveilled and punished for doing something that we feel the need that we have to do to protect ourselves here in America. Make that make fucking sense. It pisses me off, guys. It does. I am so glad that we have people speaking out in regards to their platform. Al Saeed, you know, the Democratic Socialists are the new communists. When we are trying to fight for our democracy here and for everybody to be able to be happy in life with health insurance being free, with, you know, let's get free child care. Let's get extended maternity leave for the mother to connect with her child and the father to connect with their child. Do you know that when I was a distribution manager at a hospital facility, I ran the hospital facility's linen works, right? Do you know, thank God, I had my son on a Friday. My 9-year-old son, January 27th of 2017, my son came into this beautiful world. Well, I want to say beautiful because he's such a sweet boy. He's got a sweet soul. He loves to hang out with all the kids. He don't care what the kid looks like. That's how we raise our children here. I had my beautiful, precious baby boy Friday at 9:45. My wife delivered our son, our last son, at 9:45 p.m. Do you know that I was back at work on that Monday? I went back to work on that Monday because my job does not give any kind of maternity leave for the man. No, at that time frame. I don't know what they do now because I end up, you know, my wife and I, we did travel nursing. So we were all over the States and I was able to connect and bond with my baby boy. I was able to connect and bond because I was a full-time stay-at-home father while my wife worked whenever we were doing travel nursing. That is how America is. That is how it is here in the United States. That is fucked up. You know, in other countries like Germany and Finland and Denmark and even in the United Kingdom, they give maternity leave to the woman and the man so they can connect and have a bond with their child. Japan, South Korea. But in America, you don't get that. You don't get that here in supposedly the richest country in the world. In America, no. You don't get that. Your ass needs to be back to work. But now it's changing, because not only is it changing for the worse, no, your ass is fired now because we just implemented this AI data center that can do everything that you used to be able to do for free. I get paid and you lose your job. You see how you see how crazy that is in America? But Donald Trump don't care. This is not the golden age. Oh, we are so back. We are the back. We were, when Obama and Biden was president, we were a dead country, but now we're so back. Donald Trump has the lowest approval rating than he did back in 2017. Donald Trump has set his own record in a negative way. Let me keep going on here, because where is Mitch McConnell? Where is Mitch the bitch, the piece of shit person? Mitch McConnell actually, he ended up killing a bill that would give women longer time in maternity leave. Do you know that? Did you know that he scrapped a bill that would allow women to have longer maternity leave here in the United States? Mitch McConnell is the one that said, oh, Donald Trump learned his lesson from the insurrection that he started. Donald Trump learned his lesson from being impeached whenever he was trying to sway Ukraine and force Ukraine with trying to get some dirt on Hunter Biden in Burisma. And he was trying to withhold funds and withhold military benefits that we would give to a sovereign country in Ukraine. Do you know that? Do you know that Donald Trump, with him being impeached, there was a fucking Mitch McConnell, the geriatric piece of shit thousandaire, not thousandaire. Mitch McConnell's like 100 years old, like Chuck Grassley. We have people that are in our Congress. We have people that are in our Congress that are like 79, 80, 85, Nancy Pelosi. Shout out to Bernie Sanders. If you had people in Congress that thought like Bernie Sanders and felt, that tries to advocate for people, I want those type of people. But you have like Chuck Grassley's that want to set us back. That's what you have with a Chuck Grassley and all these old ass fucks that was born during a time frame when there was segregation and racism, that are still dictated in voting on policies that are hurting the American people, no matter what color you are. We got to get these old heads out of there, man. There should be an age cap on dictating, an age cap in Congress. If you turn 65, you need to retire. Or better yet, how about this? Because I was thinking about this the other day. How about this? The American people can vote on all the Congress, no matter where you're from. If you are from Texas, everybody votes on the congressman and woman everywhere. I don't care. I know this is a lot to talk about, but maybe we need to either do away with Congress and rebuild it. We need a whole new rebuilding of everything in the United States, because our governmental systems are fucked. Our governmental systems have not done anything great for the American people unless you're a Democrat in office. And, I don't even rock with the Democrats all the way like that, because they are in the hands of It's Not Real as well. They're in the hands of, hey, you know what? Corporate established Democrats who get corporation money to not vote on a bill that will, make corporations pay higher taxes. We need to root these out, guys. We, the people, should be taken care of as law-abiding citizens, as taxpayers in America. Hell, around the world. I know that, other countries have issues with their governmental processes, but, I live in America. I live in America. And in America, we should be able to have free health care. In America, we shouldn't have to deal with inflation rising, but then our wages don't rise with it. We should have corporations taxed higher. There shouldn't be bailouts for banks with our tax dollars here in America. We should have free childcare, free transportation. You know, the reason why some people are really struggling because number one, they're not getting paid enough. We still have 19 states that only make $7.25 an hour as their minimum wage. We need a minimum wage increase. And I posted on Threads that the minimum wage should be $20 no matter what job you're working in. Oh, the people on Threads went wild, baby. They couldn't stand it. They were pissed off. Oh, that is communism and socialism and bullshit. If you put $20 an hour, you're going to weed out the mom and pop stores. What the fuck you think they're doing now? With these big box stores like Walmart, Amazon, they're weeding out the mom and pop stores right now. And you have people that are advocating for, they're cooking for the millionaires and billionaires. Yet they only make $30,000 a year. They're cooking, they are protecting the billionaires like the billionaires care about them and owe them something. The billionaires continue to rip the money away from us, right? And what do? They buy that other home in Florida. They buy that 16-room mansion in Florida while they live in New York or they live in another country. They buy Cali. They got a big old multi-million-dollar mansion in California, and then they buy another multi-million-dollar home in Florida, and then they have another multi-million-dollar home in Virginia. Then you have people like MAGA that will accept it. Fuck that. We need a reboot in regards to our tax dollars being benefited and coming back to the people. We need social programs. Sam Giddets, guess what? Quiet piggy. You know what I do? I care about my people. I care about black people as a black American. I care about Asians. I care about the Hispanic community. I care about the lesbian woman. I care about the transsexual person. Then transgender, hey, Donald Trump said that they're going to the schools and you're getting transgender gender surgeries in schools, which is a fucking lie. I care about the marginalized communities. I care about the person that's on disability that has, they may have Down syndrome or something, and then their funding gets cut because Donald Trump and Mehmet Oz, they do some cuts to receiving governmental assistance if you have a disability. I care about those people. MAGA doesn't. MAGA doesn't give a fuck. Exactly, Bon White. Randy Couch says, haha, only male and female. I don't give a damn what you want to call yourself. I don't give a damn what you want to call yourself. Leave the LGBTQ community alone. If they're not bothering you, what the fuck you got to worry about what they're doing? That's the problem we have with Americans here in America who cares about other people's issues when they need to focus on their own. Are you a good person? That's the question. You know that there is a very, 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 very small percentage of the LGBTQ community out here. Very small percentage. And what you have is Donald Trump and the Republican Party that want to say about the trans panic. They want to talk about, they're going and men going in women's bathrooms and bullshit like that. I haven't seen that in almost 45 years of my living. I haven't seen when I'm out with my wife or I'm out with my, I have my goddaughters or whatever. They never say, oh, there's a man in the bathroom. Oh, there's a man in the bathroom. Sam Giddets, you got to go, buddy. Quiet, piggy. I'm not gonna sit here and argue with ignorance. I don't have time for it. If a person comes on the channel, guys, listen. If you see some bullshit on the channel from some of these idiots, some of these people that live in other countries that get paid to be a provocateur, say quiet, piggy. Say quiet, piggy, and we're gonna keep it moving. All right, so You know that you have people that's trying to change the narrative now, like a fucking Candace Owens. You have like Tim Dillon. You have these individuals who are slowly trying to back out of what they did in regards to having people vote for Donald Trump, like Candace Owens or a Tucker Carlson, who says that he's sorry that he had millions of people or he had so many people vote for Donald Trump. They're trying to change that narrative now, but I'll never forget. I'll never forget the individuals that campaigned, supported Trump, and had their followings to follow Trump because they're losing viewerships. They're losing subscribers. So they're trying to change the narrative. They're trying to make it seem like they were an okay person and that they made a mistake to have people vote for Donald Trump. Like, Ben Shapiro, that thick eyebrow, punk ass piece of shit beta boy. Ben Shapiro is losing followers. He's not getting the viewership like he used to when he would sit there and lie in 2024 saying that Donald Trump is the best candidate in comparison to Kamala Harris. And that Donald Trump is going to be for no wars. And Donald Trump is going to release the Epstein files. You see, now they're losing viewership because the people that the people that used to watch and listen to these individuals, they are saying, I voted for Trump because I believe that you were right, Ben Shapiro. But you are so wrong, Ben Shapiro. So now I'm not going to subscribe and follow you. Candace Owens, you got these people that are attacking Trump now, or they're calling out Trump's bullshit and all that kind of stuff. They're doing this now because they know that they fucked up. And I don't forgive them. I will never forgive a Candace Owens. I will never forgive any of these individuals that said, put Donald Trump and JD Vance's couch humping ass on platforms to try to promote them, basically. And then tell the people that watch their channels to vote for Donald Trump and JD Vance because Joe Biden was so terrible. We see who's terrible now. We see who's terrible now when we have allies that don't want to do business with Donald Trump. We have allies that are reaching out to Xi Jinping. They used to reach out to America. We have allies that are doing other deals with other countries and don't even want to have anything to do with the United States because of this administration. So no, Candace Owens will forever be the raccoon that she is in my heart, and I will not give her any kind of credit for changing the tides and changing her tune. And I really hope that Emmanuel Macron and his wife, I hope that they sue her because she was talking shit about Emmanuel Macron's wife, saying that Emmanuel Macron's wife was a man. I hope that defamation lawsuit really goes into play. I do. I really, really do hope that she gets sued and I don't know, maybe bankrupt. I doubt it, but I honestly do. I knew how terrible Donald Trump was going to be. So I came on my platform and I talked about how terrible Donald Trump was going to be as president. And here we are, August 1st of 2026. And things are getting worse for the American people and people around the world also. Things are getting worse for people around the world to where Donald Trump has the worst approval rating ever. He's hitting all-time lows every time. All-time lows. USS Liberty. Kind of fair. I can't even read all that. You voted for Afro Man. Shame on you. Yeah, Serge. Yeah. Candace Owens, the Hitler apologist who said he did nothing wrong outside of expanding his war outside his borders. This is what Candace Owens said about a man who now people are saying that Donald Trump is likened to the man himself. And you got Stephen Miller, who is supposedly, Stephen Miller says that he's a Jew or whatnot, and he's backing Donald Trump. And Stephen Miller, this is what Stephen Miller looks like. He's a thumb for a hair, right? Stephen Miller, the racist of all racists in regards to his own community. Make that make sense, guys. Make that make sense. But back on the Candace Owens, guys. No, Alex Jones, Candace Owens. You had Marjorie Taylor Greene, who got married to that ugly dude with the long ass forehead. Whatever his name is. Thank you for the super thanks. Yes, appreciate it, guys. Listen, if you want to donate, I appreciate it. Super chat, super thanks. I definitely appreciate it. Thanks for the clutch, Moot 9180. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Yeah, Marjorie Taylor Greene. You had Marjorie Taylor Greene leave the Republican Party, right? She took her pension and she dipped out. But I'm not accepting her back in good graces. Because she knew, Marjorie Taylor Greene knew, and she knew that shit was getting really bad and that she needs to get out. So, yep, she got her bag and tapped straight the fuck out. But fuck Marjorie Taylor Greene with her racist ass. I remember when she was, there was a woman from the UK asking her some questions, and she told the woman from the UK, who was a white woman, to go back to her own country. She's a racist. Marjorie Taylor Queen. Yep. She's a fucking racist. So why would I accept her in my graces? Why would I say, you know what? Marjorie Taylor Greene, she did the good thing on getting out. No, she should have been there in the first freaking place. You see, this is the problem what you have when congressmen and women who spew out their hate and their vitriol, and they just hate other people's color, and they got, they get extra money from our tax dollars to be hateful. And they see the writing on the wall that Donald Trump is fucking up everything. Donald Trump's in the Epstein files. Donald Trump violated a Katie Johnson. Donald Trump did a little picture with the body, and the body looked like somebody that was really young, a teenager. Marjorie Taylor Greene saw that shit and got the fuck out, because Marjorie Taylor Greene knew that she needed to get it out because maybe she wants to run for president one day. Maybe her and Tucker Carlson will be on the same ticket as VP and president. I'm not fucking voting for them. To hell with that. That's why this I'm Pissed Saturday, guys. That's why I do these I'm Pissed Saturdays. Because we must not forget, and we will not forget, the people that have lost their lives, the innocent people that are in concentration camps, women being violated in these concentration camps by ICE agents. Yes, I call for abolishing ICE. Yes, I call for a reform in the prison system. Now, I don't say to abolish prisons now. Don't get it twisted. Because people that do crime, and the people that do crime, I do want them to be in prison and not with society out here. I don't want a person down the street who's a murderer. I don't want a person down the street who's violated children. I'm not forgiving them. I'm not forgiving a Tim Dillon. When you hear him going on, talking shit about MAGA, and he's really changed the tide and everything. Good for Tim Dillon. But Tim Dillon should have knew this in the first fucking place. If he was a smart person and he paid attention to what happened in 2017 and 2020. That's what Tim Dillon did. Tim Dillon got people to vote for Donald Trump. Andrew Schultz got people to vote for Donald Trump. Fuck all of them. I will not forgive them, and I won't forget. And if you feel the same way, give me some likes. Give me some thumbs ups if you feel the same way. Throw me a dollar. Throw your boy $1 or something if you agree with me. I don't forgive any of these fuckers. Sorry, I'm out here looking out my window. See the neighbor. Do not think, don't come to my channel. Please do not come on my channel saying that you're going to forgive these MAGA individuals that say that they regret their vote now. And, we don't need to forgive these guys. Just like Coach D said, once again, I said this before, we can't hate these people enough, because you know what they'll do? They'll go right back to vote for the same thing. They will go right back to voting for the same thing. Yet their daughter, who is 18 years of age, has less rights. She has lesser rights than the mother does. They've stripped away our rights. Black rights, civil rights, Hispanic rights, Indian rights. They've stripped that away from us. Women's rights, the rights to be, the right to be who you are and love who you love. That's the Republican Party, guys. That's the fucking Republican Party. That's what the Republican Party did in bringing back basically hell. I mean, they've brought back Jim Crow. This is like Jim Crow 2.0 now with the fucking Supreme Court. I don't accept any good graces from any of these guys. I don't give a damn that Alex Jones is finally calling out Donald Trump. He should have been doing that from the first fucking point. And I don't trust a Cenk Uygur. I don't trust him. I don't trust a Hassan Piker. And I don't, hey, listen, if you love to listen to Hassan Piker and the Young Turks, by all means, you do you. But I'm telling you, as a black man, I do not trust these individuals, because they don't have my best interest at heart. And I'm sorry, I'm checking my mic out, make sure it's good. They don't have my best interest at heart. They don't care about the black struggle. They don't care that the black communities that are ravaged and over-policed and don't have the best infrastructure. Because I want to speak out for everybody. That's why I speak out for my Hispanic people. I speak out for the Latino brothers and sisters out here that are illegally getting snatched up when they go to the courthouse to try to get their documentation updated. Donald Trump said he was supposed to be going after the criminals. Yet we have over 50 innocent Hispanics, Mexicans, Latinos, whatever you want to call them. I don't know. The Spanish language is different. And, if you're from Mexico, you're Mexican. If you're from Cuba, you're Cubano. We have innocent people that are getting put in concentration camps, being underfed, not getting their medications, all because of Donald Trump and this administration. Now, let me ask you this question, chat. Let me ask you this question. Do you honestly think that Kamala Harris would be doing this? Do you think that Kamala Harris would be doing the shit that Donald Trump is doing right now, arresting people for a reflection pool that he drove his motorcade over? And do you think that Kamala Harris and Tim Walz would have been doing this shit? Attacking Iran on behalf of Bibi Netanyahu? Have you ever heard of anybody losing their life that are from Israel, that is in this war? I've only heard of American citizens losing their life in this particular war. I don't believe. I'm gonna have to get rid of this person. Boom, get out of here, spamming. I know that Dr. Rashad Ritchie, I have respect for Dr. Rashad Ritchie, man, but I don't know how he can. I don't know. I understand you trying to make your money and everything, and I understand you probably been with the Young Turks for a little bit, but I couldn't be Dr. Ritchie. I couldn't be Dr. Ritchie and continue to be on the Young Turks, because I just couldn't be. I couldn't do that. And Kaj Reese, is it CAJ Reese? What's up? What's going on? Surge 7107. Surge 7107. With Hassan Piker is, there was a black person that asked about how he feels about what's been taking place in Sudan, with the Sudanese being armed with weapons of conflict in regards to what's been happening in some of the African countries. And, basically Hassan Piker went off on the black dude saying, who gives a fuck about that? But those are people that look like me. I didn't hear or haven't heard Hassan Piker talking about the black unemployment when Donald Trump got in office. Hassan Piker only focused So Hassan Piker focused on Cuba and the shit that was going on with Cuba. Then he focused on the things that were happening to Black Americans here in the United States, with them overwhelmingly losing their jobs. 500 plus thousand people that look like me, men and women, lost their jobs under Donald Trump in 2025. I didn't really hear a peep about that from Hassan Piker. So that's the issue that I have is listen, I understand that there are global issues, but there are issues right here on our soil. And Hassan Piker to snap at this dude about asking about Sudan, and that you have these colonizers that's always trying to start wars in other countries and put them against each other to steal the resources. Hassan Piker snapped off at this dude and saying, who the fuck do you think you are coming on my channel talking like that? He was demeaning to the black man that asked him a simple question. So my part is that, hey, I'm starting to pay attention to how people move. And if you can't talk about the issues with black people and what's happening with Black Americans and black people being the unemployment percentage being twice as high as Hassan Piker and how he looks. So yeah, I can't fuck with that. I can't fuck with Avash. I can't rock with Avash or Keith Edwards that always seem to have targets thrown at Jasmine Crockett and saying that Jasmine Crockett needs to campaign for James Tallarico and endorse James Tallarico. That is not what she needs to do. And you have them talking about black people that are trying to be in some type of political power, and they're dogging black people, but then they don't want to throw smoke and throw darts at who the real issue is, which is the Republican Party. So yeah, Hassan Piker, even David Pakman. I used to like watching David Pakman. But you know what I never hear David Pakman talk about? I never hear David Pakman talk about the genocide that's taking place in Gaza and what Israel, it's not real, is doing to the Palestinian people. And I never hear David Pakman talk about the black issues with people losing their jobs left and right that are Black Americans here in America. Black people in America, black women in America. I never heard David Pakman talk about how the infant mortality rate for black women in the United States is twice as high as the next race of women. I don't hear about that. So if you can't talk about the black struggle as well as putting out information about everything else, then that may be a problem. Because listen, why would I not want somebody to care about my issues? The things that happen in my communities. I want people to talk about all that stuff. That's what I do. That's what I do on my channel, guys. I don't just talk about the black issue. There's a woman issue out here as well. When you have women that are getting beat by their significant or insignificant other at an alarming rate. And that's why you have people that support Donald Trump, that support the Republican Party, that look away when a woman gets attacked or hurt. That's why I care. Dude, see, and that's the thing about other people too, man. Like David Pakman, I think his heart's in the right place, but there's a certain level to it. Your heart can be in the right place for people that look like you. And you want to advocate about how terrible this administration is, but you don't give a damn about black issues. You don't give a fuck about, black children who get attacked by even their teachers, and their teachers are saying, oh, calling them monkeys and all this type of stuff. I want people to focus on that as well. Not just focus on your demographic of race. Focus on everything else. Now that CRT, critical race theory, we know what that was all about. That's why you see they're trying to ban black books. But ban books from, about the Holocaust, or ban books about, what happened to Indians in the Trail of Tears. I want them to talk about all the issues, not only the issues that we have with our economy under Donald Trump. I want them to talk about the immigration issues that we're having with people that are innocent getting snatched up. If you can't do that, then, hey, I'm going to just keep it moving, because I know where your head is at. Like Cenk Uygur, who, him and Anna Kasparian, they pity patty and handshake with the Republican MAGAs like a Steve fucking Bannon and sit down and have a talk with Charlie Kirk when he was alive and shit like that and try to defend some of the shit that Donald Trump is doing. No, there is nothing great that is happening in the United States in a Trump administration, in a Trump term. So let me go on to this here, guys. But, let me know. Jink Uyghur. I said it right. Let me just do this here. You got those people that come on here and spam and all that stuff. I get rid of garbage people. We're gonna get rid of garbage people like John Idarola from the TYT or whatnot. I like to listen to Rick Strom. I like to listen to Rick Strom sometimes, but it's kind of hard. I used to listen to TYT and stuff like that, and I stopped having to listen to them. So do you know that Donald Trump made $2.4 billion more money than he's made his entire life in his term? In this term, in 2024, in Donald Trump's term this time, he has made $2.4 billion more than he's ever made. And this man is an octogenarian. He's in his 80s. And in 1 year, he's made more money because he's robbing America as well as robbing other countries. That's what Donald Trump is doing. He's robbing everybody. That is what he's doing. He's made more money than any president combined. Make that make sense, America. Make that make sense that you have the commander-in-chief who has made more money than any other president combined. How come y'all are quiet about that? How come MAGA is quiet about that? You don't hear shit from MAGA. You don't hear shit from MAGA in regards to all this shit that's taking place. Man, I can't kick people out of here fast enough, man. So Donald Trump, let me go to this too here, guys. Let me go to this here because I don't want to. My son and I we got a little arcade time today, so I'm gonna take him out to the arcade and everything. So I appreciate you being here with me. Hey, if you want to support the channel by donating, I definitely appreciate it. Give me some thumbs up, give me some likes. I appreciate those as well. Like the channel, support the channel, subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed already. But listen to this. Elon Musk, let's talk about that podcast. Elon Musk, these tech guys, like these guys that have a lot of money are freaking weird, aren't they? Aren't they super weird? So Elon Musk had this interview with this economist. I forgot her name. Somebody posted her name in the comment section. But she did an amazing job grilling Elon Musk. She was British. Shout out to Great Britain. Shout out to United Kingdom, man. Shout out to y'all. I know y'all have some racist issues as well, but shout out to y'all anyways, because you do have people that do a good job with reporting the news and then also giving these billionaires and millionaires a hard ass fucking time when you were putting them and you're asking them questions, feet to the fire. I wish my media here in the United States would do the same thing. But this Elon Musk is such a milquetoast beta crying ass punk. This dude thinks that he is more. This dude thinks that people like him. Post in the comment section if you like Elon Musk. Post in the comment section that he says that he's got billions of followers on his the platform that he continues to force people to pay attention to and follow. Elon Musk said that he's popular. He said that he's more popular than the media. Elon Musk is fucking lying. Elon Musk, many people hate Elon Musk. I got some information for you. Taco, I appreciate you. Yes, I hate him too. So, Elon Musk cut USAID, right? And Elon Musk and Donald Trump cut USAID. The interview was so bad. Like, Elon Musk, how the fuck can you tell me that you know more about my country and I was born and lived there? Huh? Elon Musk was trying to tell this woman who is from the United Kingdom, lives there, that he knows more about United Kingdom's politics than anything than she does. And then she asked him, when's the last time you've been in the United Kingdom? Oh, a couple of years ago. Now, how the fuck can you know more about a country or a place and you don't even live there? Elon Musk is a fucking piece of shit. And he's a liar. And he's a racist. And he's a Nepo baby. Elon Musk, remember now, he said that he wanted to go to Jeffrey Epstein's wildest party. He was begging. Elon Musk was begging to go to Jeffrey Epstein's island. Begging, I want to go to your wildest party. I want to go to your wildest party. That's what Elon Musk was doing. This dude's interview was terrible. He's so freaking like, a person's super weird when they just say some weird ass shit. Like, he's a big ass kid. And guess what? The government funded Elon Musk. The government, Asia Burger, what's up? What's up? Welcome to the channel. Hey, like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed already. Elon Musk is so fucking weird. Like, a lot of these tech guys are super weird and dorky. Well, I'm more popular than you. People like me more than like you. That's a kid. That's like a kid type of thing, man. Like who does that? Elon Musk's interview was terrible. Like, he shouldn't have been on the screen because he showed us how big of a man baby he is and how he wants to be liked so bad. Elon Musk wants to be liked so bad, and people hate him. I hate Elon Musk. Elon Musk is a piece of shit. Every time I see a Cybertruck or a Tesla, I think of a Nazi vehicle. I think of the Cybertruck being a Yahtzee truck and the Tesla vehicle being a Yahtzee vehicle. Elon Musk has fucked up Tesla, and I don't understand or see why anybody would want to buy a Tesla. Elon Musk is trying to sell it to China, right? Elon Musk is trying to sell Tesla to China, to Xi Jinping. Now, I thought China was the bad guy. I thought China was the bad guy. Was there waste, fraud, and abuse found by Elon Musk? Where are these mass arrests? Where are the people getting arrested at? I don't really, the Doge boys, they are a piece of shit racist as well. But Elon Musk did a Yahtzee salute. And then people were trying to defend it, saying, oh, it's a Roman salute. The only one I know is the Yahtzee salute. I ain't never heard of a Roman salute, and I don't believe it. I'm glad people got canceled for that too, for that shit too. We know in our right mind what the fuck Elon Musk was doing. I got some numbers for you. Elon Musk was trying to defend USAID, saying that, they needed to cut the waste, fraud, and abuse out, where, the USAID is our soft power for other countries. We want to be the good guys to help other countries. And Elon Musk fucked that up for everybody here in America. He fucked it up for the farmers here in America, that the farmers were used to be able to get subsidies for being able to provide to USAID. That's what our farmers used to do here in the United States. Now we had containers riding of food and other things and other materials. We were pulling people out of other countries that we used to help out. More than 700,000 people have lost their lives due to the USAID cuts under Elon Musk. Elon Musk and Donald Trump are adjacent to the mustachio man himself. Elon Musk is a fucking creep. Elon Musk is a destroyer, just like Donald Trump is, just like this Republican Party is, just like this administration is. Over 700,000 people have lost their lives, and it's going to be in the millions, they say, come 2030 because of the USAID cuts, because of Elon Musk and Doge. Don't forget, if you're from Florida, Jared Moskowitz was part of the Doge team. He was one of the overseers of Doge. and Marjorie Taylor Greene. What does that tell you about Jared Moskowitz here in Florida, guys? What's that tell you about Jared Moskowitz here in Florida, who will continue to say, well, Israel has the right to defend themselves while they're genociding innocent individuals? Where the IDF, we are funding them in their genocide, thanks to Jared Moskowitz, thanks to Elon Musk, thanks to the established Democrats like Chuck fucking Schumer, Cory Booker. Fuck those guys. John Fetterman. Fuck all of them. We need to vote them out, guys. And the Republican Party too. The Republican Party, all of them, I believe all of the Republican Party, Ted, Cancun Cruz, they receive money as well. They receive money from It's Not Real and AIPAC as well. Get it out. We got to get it out. You know what they're trying to do with the midterms? Elon Musk is going to throw he's going to throw $100 million into the Republican Party to get them to win the midterms. We, the people, need to go and vote out these racist piece of shit Republicans. They have allowed for the country and the economy to go down the drain. I don't care if people think I'm bitching about it. It is the honest to God truth. The economy for my children and my children's children is not getting better. My 22-year-old, who is going to be 23 in October, their lives are tough. They won't be able to own a home. We have to pass it down to them, of course. But when it comes to our children being independent, we want them to be able to earn, make money, and be able to purchase their own home. They're going to get this home too, right? But they should be able to afford their own home in America. Back on Elon Musk here. Post in the comments section. Fuck them all, Sid Life. Yep. Post in the comments section. Do you think that if a Democrat if the Democrat Party can get the House and the Senate, and then in 2028 get the White House, do you think that they're going to go after Elon Musk and lock him up because of all the criminal things that he's done? Yeah, let Fetterman go to the Republican Party. We already know Pennsylvania hates Fetterman. There needs to be trials. The government is being weaponized in a negative aspect. Just good job to Janine Pirro. David Hearn, the guy that she was trying to jail, saying that he defaced the reflecting pool. They dropped the case. David Hearn will no longer have to spend any money. They dropped the case, guys. They dropped the case. You see what they're doing? They're weaponizing the government to go after innocent people, while we are spending millions of dollars funding things that Donald Trump is doing that is doing a terrible job. Do you think that if a Democrat takes back the House and the Senate and the White House, that they're going to go after like Elon Musk, the people that are Epstein files, the Trump boys? You think they're going to go after the Lutnick boys? Do you think that the government will be weaponized to go after those individuals that committed crimes against humanity? Do you think so? Post in the comment section if you think so. Sid Life, no. Okay. Yep. Respect. You said news troll. I am a carpenter. 90% of the things I build now are purchased by the company I work for and rented out. I mean, good for you. At least you don't have to pay. At least you are still working. Just think about those individuals that are not working right now. I have something to say in regards to that as well. But that wasn't the question I asked. The question I asked is do you think that Elon Musk, even though he's trying to buy elections again, Do you think that the government, do you think that, the government will be weaponized to go after all the criminal activity that's taking place under Trump? Because Trump, his sons, even Barron Trump, they have enriched themselves to a ridiculous amount of money off the taxpayers. Howard Lutnick's boys have enriched themselves. I heard that supposedly Jared Kushner's brother is trying to buy FIFA or something like that. The Kushners. Elon Musk. You misspelled Fetterman, so I don't believe you. ADHD, everything. You gotta spell Fetterman correctly if you want me to understand what you're saying there. He's coming around what? I don't know. Anyways, I hope so. I want everybody I want everything to be investigated. There should be Congress hearings and congressional trials left and right. I want the Democrats to win the House and the Senate and the presidency in 2028. There will not be a JD Vance as president. There will not be a Republican as president. That doesn't have to happen. We, the people, need to go out and vote. Fetterman did lose half his brain. Yeah, it's not for the people. It's all for the dollar. The rich are continuing to get rich while we are continuing to get poor and paying more money for all the stuff that we have. That's why kids can't afford stuff. Yeah, Barron Trump from a crypto scam has hundreds of millions of dollars now. I hope that there is a congressional hearing with Barron Trump. Let's hear from Barron Trump about the Tate brothers. I'm so glad the Tate brothers are locked up. Give me some thumbs up if you agree. Those pieces of shits. I got my Bugatti. Oh, the water is bad here. The water is bad. My tummy, the water's dirty. I have people screaming in my cell. That's what Andrew Tate is crying and belly aching because of the prison that he's in. And Tristan Tate, these guys need to be extradited and sent back to the United Kingdom to sit in front of a trial in regards to the crimes that they've committed. Hey, support the channel, subscribe to the channel. Hey, super thanks, super chats, whatever you want to provide, I appreciate it. Listen, Brandon Tatum, let me talk about him really quick, and then I got a couple more things that I want to talk about before I end this. Brandon the Raccoon, Tubby Tatum, Fatty Tatum. No offense to anybody that's overweight, but I'm going to talk about Brandon Tatum's piece of shit ass, this fat piece of shit fucker who hates his kind. Brandon Tatum hates black people. Excuse my language, guys, and I'm really about to get ready to go in right now. Fuck Brandon Tatum. There needs to be justice for Nolan Wells. I don't believe that Nolan Wells drowned by himself. I don't believe that Nolan Wells was left on a fucking island with his supposed best friends, leaving him on an island and he wind up dead. Fuck Brandon Tatum. Thank you so much, Nancy Grace. Nancy Grace said, Brandon. She called out Brandon Tatum's piece of shit ass for sitting there and trying to make it look like these boys are innocent, making excuses for a young black man not going home to his parents. Brandon Tatum is a fucking piece of shit scum. I hate people like that, man. Brandon Tatum got called out, and I appreciate Nancy Grace exposing his bitch ass for the bitch assness that he is, the raccoon that he is. He hates his own people so much that he will protect white supremacy, basically. You know, I was listening to Jolly Good Ginger, and I was listening to him analyzing and breaking down what Brandon Tatum was doing, interviewing one of Nolan Wells' supposed good friends. And he was breaking it down to a T that how is this person your good friend, but you keep lumping in your other friend? How is it that this is supposedly your good best friend, but you've never met his parent, his mother, or whatever. Rob Smith is a piece of shit too. Fuck him. You know, and Rob Smith got 2 strikes. He's a black man. He's a gay black man. So there was 2 strikes on him with the Republican Party anyways. But let me go back onto this here. Brandon Tatum, Candace Owens, Kanye West, Snoop Dogg, Nelly, all these people will not get any respect from me. I don't support Snoop Dogg anymore, and I used to like him. But Brandon Tatum, Chubby Chuckle, that's what Brandon Tatum is. I don't call him Officer Tatum. He's the fucker that didn't make it on a football team or lost, you know, his football contract or whatever it is. He got fat. Let's just put it like that. Chubby Chuckle tried to spin this around like, you know, hey, Al Sharpton, the advocate that's always been an advocate for black people and them losing, you know, something happening to black people. Ben Crump, the advocate, I got his calendar right here, who does social justice for black people. And Brandon, the bitch ass Tatum, is trying to say they shouldn't have been at the funeral. I heard that Terrell Owens was at the funeral. Brandon Tatum, the one that was upset that he didn't get to speak at Charlie Kirk's funeral. I don't even know hell if he was invited. Fuck Brandon Tatum. Brandon Tatum, please clip this, guys. Once again, please clip this. Brandon Tatum, you were exposed by Nancy Grace for the piece of shit lying ass bitch that you are. You were exposed as a fucking liar. You were saying that they took a polygraph test and she was like, wait a minute. How is it that the boys were texting and making phone calls on the cell phone, yet we have Nolan Wells that we have no information or records about his cell phone usage or anything in that factor, that things were wiped out of his cell phone? Brandon, shit is not adding up. You know what Brandon Tatum does that for? Brandon Tatum does that for those white racists that say that these 3 white boys that was with Nolan Wells, that Nolan Wells was with, that they are innocent. And we know that there's fucking foul play, because if the roles were reversed and there was 1 white boy out with 3 black boys, they would be crying and screaming at the hilltops that these black men are guilty. That's what the white racists would be doing. Brandon Tatum would be doing the same shit if the tables were turned. If it was 3 black boys and 1 white boy wind up dead, Brandon Tatum would be screaming on his platform, getting all kind of views about why these boys committed murder. He won't be saying that that the boy drowned if Nolan Wells was white and those boys were black. He wouldn't be saying that. He would be saying that they were guilty. And it's like what Donald Trump said, you know, about the Central Park 5 back in the day when supposedly the Central Park 5 had raped a white woman. Brandon Tatum would be doing that same shit. I want justice for Nolan Wells. Nolan Wells' parents need closure, and the closure that they're getting right now does not add up. And Jolly Good Ginger was dissecting and breaking down how in that clipping that Brandon Tatum had with the boy that he was sitting there with, that there were certain clips where they had to cut out something the boy said, or they had to change up how the boy talked, because the boy did not show any kind of empathy that he lost his supposed best friend. You know, if I lost my best friend, my brother from another mother, if I lost my best friend, I would be crying. I would be like, you know, shedding a tear. I would be getting choked up if I was sitting there talking to somebody about what happened to my friend and he's no longer here. I would be crying. This dude wasn't shedding a tear. And every time, listen, guys, every time that he was talking and lumping in the other friends and saying, you know, there was one part, the boy was like, well, Nolan wanted to come with us. He wanted to come with us to the, you know, the event and everything. He wanted us to go to the whatever the island is called. It was like, well, hold up, wait a minute. If your best friend said he wanted to come, why wasn't he invited? Basically, like, wait a minute, you know, it was me, Nolan, Brian, Tommy, and you know, we all hang out together. We all play basketball, football. We came up in high school or whatever, and we do everything together. And we went out to the island, and you know, something happened in the island and all this kind of stuff. He said that he invited, you know, Nolan had asked to come. What friend asked to come, and you were supposed to invite your best friend? Jolly Good Ginger, please check that one out. But he was really breaking it down like, wait a minute, how's this your best friend? And how's this your best friend? Excuse me. And you're not even showing any particular type of emotion besides you trying to explain everything. Trying to explain yourself into innocence, basically how I felt. Fuck Brandon Tatum's piece of shit ass. Brandon Tatum is a disgrace to the black community. There has never been a time on Brandon Tatum's channel, I've scooped over there a few times, where he said anything advocating for the black community. He always downs the black community. That's what I see with Brandon Tatum, because his bread is being buttered by the racist. Brandon Tatum, who has mixed children, by the way, who wouldn't have that type of family back in the Jim Crow time frame, just like bitch ass Byron Donalds. Brandon Tatum does not care about the black community, and I don't give a fuck what anybody say. He don't bring out facts. Brandon Tatum is a fucking liar. This dude said literally that he would not cry if one of his children dies, and then he sat there and he was crying when Charlie Kirk got murked by Tyler Robinson. I don't want to cry. Man, he had a family. Motherfucker, you a piece of shit. You would rather cry for a racist piece of shit that only platformed you, Brandon Tatum, because he knew that, oh man, I don't like black people, but I got this raccoon right here that is like my slave, and he'll do and say anything that I want him to say and advocate for me. That's what Charlie Kirk did with Brandon Tatum and Candace Owens. He put a black face to the white supremacy. That's what he did. Man, Charlie Kirk has kids, and but he said he would not cry if his son died. I gotta be man enough in the household, man. If somebody had something happen to my family, I can't cry. Fuck that. Brandon Tatum is a hypocrite, a liar, a piece of shit, a raccoon. He is the Samuel from Stephen from Django. Fuck Brandon Tatum, and please clip this and send this to him. I don't want to hear anything of Brandon Tatum saying that he is not racist to his own kind. You can be black and racist to your own people. You can be Asian and racist to the Asian community. You can be Indian and racist to the Indian community. You can be Latino, and Latino can be racist to your own community. You can be, it doesn't matter if you are black and you hate black people, you're racist to black people. This isn't fucking Occam's razor, you know what I'm saying? You can still be racist to your own kind. You can be a woman and you can still be misogynist. You can still hate women, and you're a woman. You can be a man and hate man. You can hate dudes. You know what I'm saying? I know that's odd to say, but it's true. Brandon Tatum is a piece of shit. Yeah, Navigator, you can be to your own fucking community. I don't care what you say. Oh, I can't be racist to my own community. Brandon Tatum, you will never find on any of his videos. You will never find any of his videos where he's actually saying, you know, hey, Breonna Taylor was killed by the police officer barging in the door, and she shouldn't have lost her life. He will try to do everything that he can to defend why Breonna Taylor lost her life, and then try to protect that officer that pulled the trigger and killed her. Yep. Brandon Tatum, fuck you. Clip that and send that to Brandon Tatum. I don't want to hear him. And my sister Tabitha Speaks Politics, real talk. Tabitha Speaks Politics did it perfectly. Brandon Tatum was sitting his fat ass in the car, you know, with his fucking fruffy ass beard, and he said, I'm not racist to my black community and all that kind of stuff. Tabitha said, yes, you are. Boom. Left it as that. Left it as that. You are racist to your own community. Candace Owens is. These are the tap dancers, you know, these are the people who their own family don't like. Their own family does not like. So yeah, please clip that. Please at Brandon Tatum. Please send this to Brandon Tatum, because Nancy Grace exposed his punk ass for the piece of shit that he is. Lying ass piece of shit motherfucker. Please clip that and send that to him. Thank you. Give me some thumbs up too. Give me some thumbs up as well. Anyways, here's something else, guys. Listen. There's a May of 2026 Forbes article. America is suffering shortages of construction workers and sabotaging its ability to fill vacancies by wiping out the industry's immigration backbone. Things are not getting built fast enough here. I did a video last year, apartment complex that's just down the way here, about 2 miles from the house, right? The apartment complex is taking so long for construction to be completed with this apartment complex. It has taken since 2024, it's been worked on. I did a video in 2025. When Donald Trump got elected, I did a video, I think it was July of 2025. When Donald Trump got elected, there were hardly anybody working. There were hardly anybody working the construction. So what does that mean? What that means is that the white people that was crying and bellyaching and complaining that the Mexican people, Hispanic people, the illegal, so-called illegal immigrants that were taking their jobs, they're not getting those jobs and they're not fucking working them. They're not fucking working them. That's what that means to me. That's exactly what that means is that, you know, hey, you wanted to, Donald Trump was campaigning on, you know, getting rid of these illegal immigrants, these immigrants that's done crime and everything. Donald Trump was getting rid of all these, you know, illegals, him and mushmouth piece of shit, garble mouth Tom Homan and Stephen Miller. And you had Kristi Noem back then. You know, they were supposed to be getting rid of these fucking, you know, they were saying these illegal immigrants. Now they got rid of the workers. They got rid of the individuals that actually don't mind to work out in hot weather on roofs and construction. So you can make a little bit of money that they get taxed the hell out of, because you know what? The immigrants that do work and they're in the system, they get taxed the fuck out. The government takes so much money from immigrants, no matter where you come from. No matter if you came from Ukraine, no matter if you came from Russia, no matter if you came from China, if you're an immigrant here in the United States and you're in the system, they're going to tax the shit out of you. They don't have workers here. Florida, the construction is terrible here. It's almost 2 years. It's almost 2 years since Donald Trump's been in office and the construction is not getting done because they can't get the workers there. We have construction owners. We have construction owners that are saying that they have to, you know, they're having to pay more money on the products and everything, the wood, and they're not getting any kind of profit. You know, they're losing money because they can't get the workers. Good job, construction owners. Good job for vote for Donald Trump. Donald Trump is the reason why you're dealing with that. The farmers are saying that they can't get workers, so now they're filing for bankruptcies because they voted for Donald Trump. Now, not only on top of that, you have these AI data centers here stripping up the resources, and they're trying to buy up these farms. JD Vance and his group of people are trying to buy these farms up. Good job, guys. Good job, farmers. Good job, construction workers. You know, I had some more to talk about, but I'm going to have to cut it short, guys, because I got to get, you know, my son together. We're going to go out and do some arcade. We're going to hang out for a little bit. It's going to be some father-son time. My wife is going to go see her lovely mother. And so it's going to be Daddy Sunday. Because I love kicking it with my boys. I love my family, man. I love my family. But listen, Donald Trump has been a disaster for the economy and American people's lives and people's lives around the world. And if we have people that support Trump, we have people that continue to support Trump, they're in the cult. I'm not going to forgive the people that convince others to vote for Donald Trump. I voted for Kamala Harris. I voted for Kamala Harris because the plan that she had for Americans with, healthcare, extending the child tax credit, extending it to make a little bit more money in our pockets, to provide home health assistance for family members that need that assistance. Now people can't get the home health assistance like they need. They run out of their benefit with that. I voted for Kamala Harris. I paid attention to Project 2025 and what it said about breaking and dismantling the governmental systems. The Republican Party always talked about wanting to have small government and shit like that. No, we need government to be able to take care of the American people. Now that there's small government out here, the American people that voted for Trump are crying because they don't get the socialism that they used to from our tax dollars. That, me as a progressive, I want socialism to take place in regards to helping the American people. I shouldn't have to spend almost $4,000 in a tax, sending $4,000 to the government when I filed my taxes this year. We don't make $250,000 here in this household. I wish. Hey, listen, I wouldn't mind getting there. I wouldn't mind getting there to where I'm making, 6 figures alone. Renee Galloway, hello, welcome. Hit the like button. We are in a fight for our democracy here in the United States because this Donald Trump administration, the richest administration known to any president, doesn't give a damn. Doesn't give a damn about our society. They don't give a damn about the American people. They don't give a damn about the people around the world. They are burning through the American money. And we're not getting anything back in return besides higher gas prices, higher grocery prices, worse quality of life with measles outbreak, cyclospora, flying off the handle, the screw worm tearing up the cows and everything. We don't get the socialism here in the United States. So I rock with Zohran Mamdani, Al Saeed. I rock with individuals that are actually trying to focus on America instead of focusing on it's not real. I care about my country and the direction that the country is going because I am not a rich person like Donald Trump is, who enriched himself $2.4 billion since being president the second time. Donald Trump, who's lied to the American people. He campaigned on 12 things, guys. He campaigned on lowering our mortgage. He campaigned on lowering our insurance, and none of that has happened. Sid Life, man, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. But anyways, like the channel, subscribe to the channel if you don't mind. If you want to donate, become a channel member. Become a channel member. Donald Trump says that he's, no crime or whatnot, no crime. Well, in 2026 alone, there have been 271 mass shootings in 2026. So Donald Trump that said that, crime is way, way down. We still got guns in the streets that, the Republican Party don't care about that. Thoughts and prayers. That's all they'll give to people that lose their lives to gun violence here in America. Anyways, listen, I'm about to get off here. Got to get ready to go have some fun with my son. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much for subscribing to the channel. Yeah, news real quick. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, everybody's a communist now. I'm supposedly a communist because I want healthcare to be better here in the United States. I want us to be able to get a pay increase. So now I guess I'm supposedly a communist. That's the new boogeyman, but we'll talk about that on another time frame. I'm about to jump off here, guys. Thank you so much for the support and subscribing to the channel. Please take care of yourself. If you're a MAGA, this is for you, MAGA. Anybody that supports Trump, anybody that still supports Trump and everything, that's for you. I want a blue wave. We need to take back the House and the Senate. All these governor races, all these political races. These races, not racists, but racists need to be in the hands of Democrats to push against this terrible administration, guys. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, support the channel. Once again, this is to MAGA. Take care of yourself. Peace and love. Except for you, MAGA.